Miss Aldridge. And it is Mr. Kim, Kim, right? Okay. Unmute for me.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Miss Aldridge, raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand out, Miss Aldridge. I'm gonna need you to speak way up for me because we are dealing with audio that might not be the best, okay?
Okay.
All right, so you're before the court for a petition for revocation of probation 2021 CR 04484 for driving under the influence, open container. And on the October 31st of 2023, you were sentenced to 12 months on probation. You have 10 months and 18 days remaining. But it says here that you tested positive for alcohol and the metabolites of alcohol on November 8th of 2023 at the Clayton County Probation Office. And you also are $555 in arrears. You're represented by Mr. Kim of the law firm of Lister, Houghton, and Dennis. And Mr. Kim has indicated that you wish to stipulate and agree to the technical violations before the court. Ms. Chang, do you have a recommendation in this case?
Yes, Your Honor. Probation recommends that she receive credit for 7 days time served since December the 5th, return to probation under the same conditions, to complete the alcohol and drug evaluation by December 31st, 2023.
Okay. Anything else?
She has not obviously documented AA. She's to attend that once a week because I didn't have a scheduled appointment prior to this. In community service, she's to provide continue to do that, as well as the risk reduction program. So the only thing is for her, if she is allowed to return to probation, that she report to me this Thursday, which is December the 14th at 9:30 a.m.
Miss Aldridge?
Yes, ma'am.
You're to report to probation on Thursday, the 14th at 9:30 a.m. So Thursday, the 14th at 9:30 a.m. this Thursday, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, Miss Aldridge, what's going on and speak up loud for me. What's going on that you know you're not supposed to have alcohol and you tested positive for it?
So, I went to court and then they said next week I go to the probation officer. Like I didn't have time to adjust or, detox. I thought I had at least 30 days. Like, I drink a glass of red wine every night. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking I have 30 days, like not the next week I'll be violated my first drop.
So you figured you could drink up until the point where you thought you'd be okay passing a test?
No, that wasn't in my mind. I wasn't thinking that.
Because this is more than a glass of red wine every night, Miss Aldridge. Miss Aldridge, you have a problem with alcohol.
I don't have a problem with alcohol.
I was waiting for that, Miss Aldridge. I was waiting for it. And you know why I was waiting for it, Miss Aldridge? Because everybody who's an alcoholic tells me that off the bat when they have yet to accept that they're an alcoholic. Now, let me tell you why I think you have a problem with alcohol. In fact, I know it. First of all, you had a DUI. So tons of people drink, tons of people drive, tons of people drink and drive and don't get a DUI. But if they get a DUI, and they're serious that this was just a slip up, I messed up, when the judge tells them for the next 12 months, you're not to have any alcohol, then they say, okay, bet, we can do this, because I don't want to have to lose time from my job. I don't want to have to lose time from my family. I'm not willing to risk that. But you have done two things that tell me you have not accepted that you're an alcoholic. One, you telling me, first of all, you downplaying how much alcohol you drink. 1 glass of red wine a night, ma'am, don't play me. Second is you were calculating how much you could continue to drink before you got a test that might violate you. So the fact that you had to do the numbers in your head tells me that the alcohol was more important to you than the fact that I told you not to drink and you were risking going back to jail. And so you spent 7 days in jail because you can't put down alcohol. And then you stand here next to your attorney and you tell me, I don't have a problem with alcohol. Yes, you do, ma'am. If alcohol ends you up with you in a jumpsuit that is not your clothes, but you wearing somebody else's clothes that have been reworn and rewashed 1,000 times, if alcohol ends you up 7 days in jail, if alcohol ends you up missing time with your family and your friends, especially close to a holiday, if alcohol does all those things for you, then you got a problem, ma'am. I've seen it too many times. And I'm not saying this to embarrass you, but the first part of fixing a problem is acknowledging you have the problem. You got me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not calling you out to make you cry. I don't do this to make people cry. That's not what pushes me. What pushes me is if you do not acknowledge that you have a problem, then you're going to be back here. And two things I worry about. One, somebody who has had a previous DUI who fails to acknowledge that they have an alcohol problem is going to have another DUI. But what that means to me is they could possibly hurt someone. I had a gentleman who had a DUI. He was waiting for trial. He was out on bond. You know what he did? The week before Christmas, I believe it was December 19th, he got drunk again, went driving again, and killed a young lady who was just trying to get home to her family for the holidays. Ran into her at, I believe the computer said 87 miles an hour. She had no chance to survive that because he wasn't willing to acknowledge that he had a problem with alcohol and deal with it. You have the opportunity right now to change your life going forward. And is it going to be hard? Yeah. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to let that alcohol go. But you have the opportunity to change your life and A, not hurt anyone else, B, not continue to hurt yourself. Okay? So, yeah, I've seen this too much for you to tell me you don't have a problem with alcohol, but it doesn't matter until you acknowledge what it is that you're dealing with. And it's okay. Everybody got something. Trust me. Everybody's got something. Okay, so I'm going to accept the recommendation from Ms. Chang. I'm going to give you credit for 7 days. You're going to return to probation. You're going to test at each report. You're going to continue to do all of the other conditions of your probation, which means you're going to do the alcohol and drug evaluation by December 31st of 2023. You're going to attend 1 AA or NA meeting per week, and you're going to document that and present that documentation to Ms. Chang. And Ms. Aldridge, the scary part for me is we're approaching the holidays. And a lot of times what happens during the holidays is people's friends will say, it ain't no big deal. You can have a little drink. This the holidays. That judge don't know what she's talking about. You got your family, you got your friends. And those are people who don't care about you. Because those are people who would encourage you to risk jail time, to risk losing a job, to risk losing time with your family, to risk losing a lot of things. And so it worries me whenever I have people who are on probation for DUI or alcohol related offenses, and then we get up to Christmas time. That gets really scary for me, because I know that the peer pressure, more than not even just the pressure you put on yourself, but the peer pressure to drink during the holiday season, where every event you go to has alcohol, it is a scary proposition. And so that's why I'm telling you now, this is what you're gonna face. But you gotta be strong enough to know that those people are not going to sit in a jail cell with you. They're not going to put money on your books. They're not going to come see you to make sure that you continue to have a connection with them. They're going to say, oh man, you know, that's just too bad. And then they're going to continue to enjoy time with their family while you're the one that's messed up. You know it's coming. So gird yourself and be strong against that, because you know it's coming. You know how the holidays go. All right. So I'm going to send over this document to probation. Ms. Chang has announced that you need to see her on November 14th at 9 a.m. So please do not miss your probation date that Ms. Chang has given you, okay?
Were you intending to say December?
I'm sorry?
Were you intending to say December instead of November?
I did. Thank you. Yeah, December 14th. Oh my gosh, it's just this year has gone so fast. Getting in my mind that we are days away from 2024. I'm still working on that. But yes, ma'am. So you'll be in Ms. Chang's office, okay? And Ms. Aldridge, like I said, everybody struggles with something. So when you get down on yourself, just realize that you're out here with the rest of us who all deal with something every day. Okay, this might be your something, but somebody else got something else. But what I ask you to do is don't deny it to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Think about why you do what you do. Think about what it is underlying why you're drinking that quote unquote glass of red wine every night. Because usually if we're dependent upon a substance for something, there's something deeper that we really need to deal with. Okay. All right. All right. You can go back with the sheriff's office. I'll go ahead and send the paperwork over.